Happy Thursday. Coming off another winning day, and we got an 8-game slate. Let's talk some more baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're coming off another winning day, so I am happy. 2-2, but we hit both the 1 unit plays while losing the 2 half unit. More on that in the bets recap in just a bit. Quick heads up, the NFL Thursday Night Football video between the Bills and Dolphins, where we give 2 best bets and preview the game, that is out now. So go check it out. Not right now, though. Maybe after you finish this video if you can, if you got time. But also in the home run contest, I did announce that at Jive Bark won. He actually tied with at Mike G. Both had, I think it was Tommy Pham, now that I think about it. But both of them didn't care and they wanted to give the money back. So we've had 3 people now that just want to donate to the channel. So we'll keep that in that little funds. But I appreciate it to you guys. I just want to let you know at Mike G again, tied for first for the second time. So quick update. I know you guys are really wondering this. This is the big news. I did not cry dropping my daughter off at preschool today. So thank you. I know, hold the applause. But anyways, we got a small 8-game slate and a baseball fun fact. I don't have one. Today, it's going to be different. It's up to you guys. Give me the best MLB fun fact that you guys know that you've ever heard in the MLB, and I'll use 1 or 2 of them in the video, in the next video that we have. I'm just curious to see what you guys find. So that's what we're doing for fun fact. But in this video, before we get to everything, we're going to recap yesterday. We're going to go over the good and bad hitter matchups, then the good pitcher strikeout matchups, go over the 8-game pitcher report, and then we finish it with the best bets, the hitter parlay ideas, if I can talk, and then finish it with that recap, of course. Hit that like button, leave a comment below if you have any time at all. Help the algorithm. We are only a couple away as of right now to 28,000 subscribers. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support in the first 2 years of this channel. But let's get into it, and it starts with the recap. There it is, the 2-2 profitable day. The 2 1-unit plays under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings. Mets, Blue Jays, absolute easy winner, 1-0 after 5 innings. Francis had a no-hitter going through like 6 or 7 innings, just a beauty. Cubs team total over 3.5, one of the most mispriced lines in MLB history. Seriously, I have no idea what they were doing with the top 3 offense versus Bobby Miller. Miller is absolutely horrendous, and I mean horrendous. When he misses, he is spiking balls, throwing it at guys' feet, throwing it at their head, and then he throws balls right down the middle. I mean, he is really bad right now. That was a very easy winner. Last I checked, they had 7 runs. The third bet, Reds team total over 3.5 for a half unit. My goodness, guys. They had 3 innings in a row. I think it was the third, fourth, and fifth where they had guys on either first and third or second and third, but a guy on third and 3 innings in a row and could not get it done. Twice, Ellie De La Cruz struck out. That's why the Reds absolutely just stink this year. That's why they do. They just haven't been consistent on offense, and it bit me. So that's what half unit. And then this fourth one was just, this one sucked. I thought if I had any issues, maybe it'd be Taylor Ward, but Jose Altuve goes 0 for 3 on a day where his whole team hits, and then he gets taken out because he got injured. So he didn't get that 4th or 5th at bat, unfortunately for us. But it is what it is. Taylor Ward got the job done, but still a nice profitable night. Now up to 3.66 units. Up about 20 units in the second half of the MLB season. That's how terrible we were in the first half, but just a tale of 2 halves for us. That's the bets recap, though, for today. And now let's talk the good and bad hitter matchups. All right, on the small slate, we only got 5 good hitter matchups for you today. Ref Snyder of the Boston Red Sox, 8 for 16 with 3 extra base hits, not too shabby versus the lefty Cortez. Nick Allen, you know, everyone knows about Nick Allen, obviously. I have no idea. 5 for 13 somehow off Framber Valdez. And then Connor Wong, Ellie De La Cruz, just crushing Sonny Gray, even though he let us down yesterday. But 4 for 6 with 4 extra base hits off of him. And Jonah Heim, who's been struggling this year, but he is 3 for 6 off of Bryce Miller. So that's all the good hitter matchups. Now let's go check out the bad, and we only have 2, and they're both Oakland A's. Brent Rooker, 2 for 15 with 5 Ks off Valdez. Seth Brown, 1 for 13 with 4 Ks off the lefty. So that's what we got for all the hitter matchups. And now let's talk some arms. All right, we got 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups for you today. And the first one is the AL Cy Young favorite, the lefty Tariq Scooby-Doo versus the Colorado Rockies. Rockies' 7th highest K percentage versus lefties last 3 weeks at 28.1%. Scooble, 208 Ks and 174 innings. He is an absolute stud. We know the Rockies also struggle much more in the K department on the road, like we've talked about over and over. But Scooble's home K rate is a little bit lower, but still 29.4% compared to 31.2. Not a big difference. Scooble now has 7 or more Ks in 7 of his last 8 starts. The second one, Sonny Gray versus the Reds. Reds, 10th highest K percentage versus righties last 3 weeks, 24.2%. There's Gray's numbers on the year, been pretty solid. He has very similar home road K splits, so nothing new there. He did have 9 Ks in his previous start and only start versus Cincinnati this season on August 12th, so not that long ago, about a month. But he does have 6 or more Ks now in 12 of his last 13, so 6 is definitely a good baseline for him. But those are the two good pitcher strikeout matchups. And now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, here are the 8 matchups, and it's kind of an ugly slate, to be honest with you. Tariq Skubal versus Ryan Feltner, obviously a huge advantage there for the Detroit Tigers. Sonny Gray, as of right now, TBD for Cincy. But Framber Valdez, I could go on and on about him, but I'm not because I'm going to talk about him later. So we'll talk about that game. But let's go down there at the bottom. Harold and Kumar Rocker of the Texas Rangers, one of the highest, highly touted prospects for them. He is making his major league debut, and that man throws hard. I mean, he absolutely throws gas. So we'll see. He's got a great first matchup. I'll tell you that against my Seattle Mariners. He could get a lot of strikeouts, or he could struggle. Obviously, it debuts. You never know what to get. But just want to point that out that he is a guy that Texas fans have been waiting for. Going up against Bryce Miller, who has been much better at home in Seattle, as most pitchers have. And then Birdsong versus Montas is just not a fun matchup. Let's be honest. Birdsong has really struggled with his command, 15% walk rate, but does miss some bats at a 27.5% K rate clip. So that's all the stats for the 8 matchups today. And now it is time for the best bets. This first one takes us out to Houston, Texas, where the Astros host the Oakland Athletics. Astros on the money line, minus 245. A's on the money line, plus 200 with a total of 8 runs. We're taking some chances today, guys. I just feel like it. I found some good value here, and it's with this first one. Framber Valdez, over 18.5 outs recorded at plus 150 on DK and Bet365. Let's throw a unit on it. I just really love the value here. Valdez has been an absolute monster, and I mean a monster. He has allowed 4 total earned runs in the last 5 starts combined. His August ERA is 1.59. That is just dumb. That's just dumb. 0 earned runs allowed in 7 innings this month so far, which is obviously 1 shutout start. Would have been a better way to say that. Framber had a 118 average against him in the month of August. 118, 095 average so far in the 1 start in September. And not only is he dealing, he is an absolute innings monster. Over this 18.5 line, which is not an easy line to go over, obviously. He's over in 7 of his last 11 starts. Now, let's talk about home. How about a 2.46 ERA at home and a 208 average against? He has gone over this 18.5 outs line in 8 of his last 10 home starts. 8 of his last 10, he has gotten at least 1 out in the 7th inning. It's just absolutely insane hit rate for a bet that's going to be plus 150. He's faced the A's earlier this season. How about 7 shutout innings against them? Not too shabby. And now he's facing them when they're kind of struggling, to be honest. Last 30 days versus lefties, 21st in WRC plus at 78. 100 is average. 18th in batting average, 21st in on-base percentage, 24th in slugging. It's a very good matchup for him here, especially at home. Valdez is one of those guys, if you don't know, he is an unbelievable ground ball rate. He gets the ball on the ground. He gets quick ground ball outs. He has an insane 63.6% ground ball rate. That is, yeah, think about that. Almost 64% of the balls hit off him are ground balls. Just absolutely nuts. I love the value here. Give me Valdez to record 1 out in the 7th for a plus 150 banger. All right, before we get to that second one, just a quick reminder, Bet365 has an unbelievable promotion going on right now, and I've told you guys this before, it does not last long. You should have multiple sports books if you are able to in the right state to get all the best odds. But Bet365, click the link below in the description, and you can get this promotion. Bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets. It doesn't matter what happens with your $5 bet. Win, lose, whatever, you're still getting $200 in bonus bets. A great way to start that bankroll on Bet365 and use their odds. And they got some good value on a lot of bets, that's for sure, as you've seen, like you're going to see on the second bet coming up as well. So, of course, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, back to the bets. This second best bet takes us out to the Bronx, where the New York Yankees host the Boston Red Sox. Yankees moneyline minus 165, Red Sox moneyline plus 140 with a total of 9 runs. One of the biggest rivalry games in all of sports. I mean, I bet you cannot wait to know who I am picking in this one. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's a half unit play. Nestor Cortez under 1.5 walks. How beautiful is that? Plus 100 on Bet365 we just talked about. I'm not going to be super long, but let me just tell you, he is under this in 61% of starts this season now, and he has a much better starting pitcher at home, as we've talked about a lot, and that includes his command at home. He is under this 1.5 walks line in 12 of 14 home starts. Like Framber Valdez, he is just better at home. He's not to Framber's level, but still very impressive. Boston offense, they are incapable of drawing walks. Last 30 days versus lefties, ranked 30th. Yes, dead last. That's right. Only a 4.6% walk rate. It is flat out just not been pretty for them. They are free swingers. This is a great matchup for that. And Nestor Cortez actually just had one walk against the Cubs, who are a team that loves to walk and they have a high walk rate, and he still had one walk. So at home against this matchup, I mean, we got to take it. The fact that we're getting plus 100 does not make any sense to me. So I think he's going to throw 4 balls to only 1 or less hitters. That's the bottom line. Give me Nestor under 1.5 walks as my second best bet for a half unit. And now let's talk the good hitter parlay ideas. All right, these went 2 and 2 yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like a lot today. But I'm gonna try to look for this first one's a little more obvious. The last two are gonna be like way under the radar. Just let's see what we got. First one, Riley Green of the Detroit Tigers. Just talked about him yesterday. Came up clutch with 2 hits again. He's now hitting 417 in the last 7 days. 2+ hits in 4 of the last 5 games, and he is now 10 for his last 21. Just silly. Facing Ryan Feltner, who's given up 149 hits in 138 innings, and then a terrible Rockies bullpen. Love Riley Green to get it done again today. Now, the next two, a little more risky, obviously. Johnny DeLuca, that's right, of the Rays. How about 417 average the last 7 days, hitting 361 this month so far. He's hits better versus righties and on the road, only hitting 215 this season. That's why it's risky. He is a 215 hitter this year, but he is starting to heat up, obviously. Not that we expected him to heat up, but he is heating up. 1+ hit in 7 of his last 10 games now. And the third one, Otto Lopez of the Marlins. Another deep dive for this one, but hitting 315 in the last 15 days, hitting 393 the last 7 days. If you don't know, he does hit second in the order for the Fish. He's facing lefty Mitchell Parker, who's given up a 290 average in August, 317 average so far in September. We all know he's a very hittable pitcher. So those are my 3 hitter parlay ideas. Obviously, I like Riley Green the most. The other two are, if you really want to find some value and take a chance. Those are 2 guys that have struggled all year, but they're really swinging it well and have a good matchup here in this one. So that's what we got for today. Before we wrap it up, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. Framber Valdez over 18.5 outs recorded at plus 150 on DK and Bet365. And then the second one, Nestor Cortez under 1.5 walks at plus 100 on Bet365. That is a half unit play. We're going with 2 lefties today. That's right. But any added plays will be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord. Let's get 2+ money winners today. That would be absolutely awesome. And then maybe one more added play we will see. But again, go check out that NFL Thursday Night Football videos. We have 2 bets for you. And let's start out week 2 on a high note. But thanks again for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.